So the number of kids that are under 18 and in a gang, it's just absolutely staggering. I mean, it's over 309,000. And despite efforts to try and stop young kids in inner cities from joining gangs, these efforts aren't always successful. Most gangs today are recruiting kids as young as ages 9 and 10, and they've been around gangs from a much younger age than that. When they're recruited, they're often made to carry weapons and commit crimes. And the reason they have young kids commit these crimes is because the same crime could get an adult thrown in prison for years, and a kid would only get a couple months in juvenile detention. How a kid gets recruited or joins a gang, it can vary. They could just be walking home from school one day and a gang member comes up to them and threatens them. It's kind of a help or get hurt sort of thing. Or they could volunteer. So if an older brother is in a gang and the younger brother may want to join the same gang to get some respect. There are other incentives for kids to join a gang. It's an opportunity to make money. If the gang sells drugs or stolen goods, these kids could see as an opportunity to make money for themselves. When joining a gang, new members might have to go through an initiation. It could be stealing a car, getting in a firefight with a rival gang, going into a rival gang's territory and tagging it for their gang. Although these things they might not necessarily live through or return home safely from. And a common initiation among gangs is referred to as jumping in. This is when the members of the gang basically give the new member a beating. And if the gang allows women or girls, they would often be raped as an initiation. Once a new member passes or lives through their initiation, they are accepted into the close-knit, respect-driven, violent life that makes up modern-day street gangs. An average day for someone in a gang would be waking up late, sitting around their neighborhood, drinking, doing drugs, possibly selling drugs on the street, and committing petty crimes. They may go to meetings or meet up with other gang members later in the day, and then the cycle basically just starts all over again the next day. As of 2009, there were 5,541 gang-related homicides, just all over the United States, and 86% of those murdered were between 15 and 36 years old. The risk of being in a gang is large, and any member of a gang has a 60% more chance to die from a homicide than the average person. But 64% of the total gang homicides don't even have any gang connections at all. So if you weigh the options, it may be more of a risk to join than to not, but it really depends on the city that these people live in.